So today we will talk about sex influence and sex limited characteristics. So the word itself tells about we are talking about sex influence. So there are certain characters which are influenced with and it depends upon what type of sex of an individual is. So there are certain traits which are influenced by the sex of an individual, and there are certain traits which are only limited to a particular sex. Like if we talk about breast development and all, they are limited to female. Okay, so we are going to talk about sex influence and sex limited characteristics in this topic. So to start, I will start with sex influence characteristics. So sex influence characteristics, very important thing, they are not determined by the sex chromosome. Basically they are determined by autosomal genes and are inherited according to the Mendel's principle, but they are expressed differently in male and female. So it is very important to note that the sex influence characteristics genes or alleles are present on autosomal chromosomes, and because they are present on autosomal chromosomes and they also inherited according to the Mendel's principle. So here we can apply the Mendel law, because you know that there are many traits which do not follow Mendelian inheritance pattern. So I repeat, the sex influence characteristics can follow Mendelian inheritance principle. Okay, so the trait has higher penetrance in one of the sexes. So there is a very important word, penetrance. So penetrance means, penetrance is a capability, or it's a capability of an individual who have allele, who has a particular genotype, but whether that genotype is able to express itself or not, it will depend upon the penetrance of that allele. Okay, so the trait has higher penetrance in one of the sexes. So this means that the alleles for this characteristics, so those characters which are influenced by sex, they are present in both male and female, but any one of the sex will have a higher penetrance, will have a higher capability to show that trait in comparison to other sex. Okay, so I repeat, so the trait has higher penetrance in one of the sexes. It means that the allele, because they are present on autosomal because they are autosomal genes, and we know that autosomal genes will be equal in both male and female. Okay, so the trait has higher penetrance in one of the sexes. So alleles or genes will express more, they have a capability to show more of its expression in one of the sex in comparison to other. So let's see example, then it will be clear. So example is the presence of beard. So presence of beard in some goats is determined by autosomal gene capital B, and there is superscript small b, that is dominant in males and recessive in females. Okay, so what is the meaning of this line will be clear in upcoming slide. F1 generation genotype, both were heterozygous. Now if we see the F1 generation, because both are heterozygous, the gametes which will be formed of, they will be of two type. A recessive one gamete will have, because of meiosis, because of meiosis a haploid gamete will be formed. One will have a recessive allele, another will have a dominant allele. So we know from the Mendelian principle that when they will fertilize, when a heterozygous, because you remember that in case of plant, when we have a F1 generation of capital T small t, when we do selfing, in case of plants it's possible that we can do selfing, but here what we are taking, we are mating two heterozygous individual, like one is male is also heterozygous, and I'm talking about F1 generation. So male is also heterozygous and female is also heterozygous. So when these gametes, the gamete are like 50% recessive and 50% dominant, when they will fertilize, the ratio should be the ratio is 3:1 according to Mendelian principle. But if you see now the F2 generation, here only 3 goats are shown, but you have like the 4 according to Punnett we can make 4 different combinations. So if we see this on the left hand side we are representing male, and on right hand side we are representing female. So 1 by 4 is if we start, I am starting from so I repeat, I am talking about F2 generation. On left hand side we have male, on right hand side we have female. I am starting from left to right now. So on left side the 1 by 4 recessive. So first goat is recessive. First male goat is recessive for both the alleles. So because it has both the alleles which are recessive, so this goat will be beardless. So I repeat, the first goat from left will be beardless. But now if we see other two, because we know that in this case 2 will be heterozygous and 1 will be homozygous dominant. So we can see the ratio is 3:4. Total it will be 3:4, and because here if we see the second male, it is so the second male will be heterozygous. So the second male is heterozygous, and because it has a dominant allele, the goat will be bearded. If we talk about the third goat, it has both the alleles which are dominant, and it is very much clear that the goat will be bearded. Male goat will be bearded. So in this case 3 by 4 means 75% of the goats are bearded, and only 25% goat, which was the first male goat, was beardless. Now if we talk about right hand side, the female part, here first female, if the first female, the genotype is recessive, both the alleles are so the genotype is homozygous recessive, both the alleles are recessive. So it is very clear that the female will be beardless. It is same as it was in case of the first beardless male goat. Now if we see the second female goat, the ratio will be 1 by 2, because we know from the Mendelian Punnett square the 2 are, so 1 is homozygous dominant, 1 is homozygous recessive, and 2 are heterozygous. So that's what it is written, 1 by 2 B plus B superscript B. So they are heterozygous. They have both homozygous and so they have both recessive and dominant allele. But if you see the genotype, of this second female goat, it is beardless. But if you see the genotype of second male, which was having a heterozygous allelic combination, it was bearded. So this is the difference. The same genotype is present in second male and second female, but the phenotype, male is bearded and female is beardless. So that's what I was talking about, that the alleles are present in both the sexes, but the penetrance, the capability of expressing that allele is more in one type of sex in comparison to others. So in this case the penetrance is more in case of male and less in case of female. Now coming to the third female, the extreme right, the genotype will be homozygous dominant, and because it has both the alleles which are homozygous dominant, so that goat will be bearded. But what it is interesting to note down is that only in case of female 25% of goats were bearded, whereas 75% were beardless, whereas in contrast in case of males 75% was bearded and only 25% was beardless. So the conclusion is that 3 by 4, or I will say 75% of the males are bearded, whereas 1 by 4, I will say 25% of the females are bearded. So this is called sex influence trait where the alleles are present in both the sexes, but only one type of sex has a more penetrance or a capability to show that trait. So here I will so I guess it is clear about the sex influenced trait.